Good evening, guys. Rachel here from Find Your Worth Fitness. So, today I'm going to talk to you guys about confidence. Growing up, I'm the oldest of three. There's me, Ashley, and John. And Ashley, when we were growing up, was always the thin one. She was, thinner. We thought she was prettier. She was popular. I was never those things. And my brother was always good looking and very popular. And I didn't look at myself as that. I looked at myself as the ugly one. I was heavier. I had acne. I didn't think that there was anything special about me. I wasn't funny. So I was really insecure growing up. And I remember in middle school, I grew up in Southwest Florida, in Naples, and it's hot there. It's hot. And I remember in middle school and in early, 9th, 10th grade before I moved to Ohio, I would walk around with a hoodie, everywhere. I would, 90 degrees, 100 degrees, middle of the summer, I had a hoodie with me. And I remember my nanny used to call it my security blanket, and I would tell her no, it was just because it was cold inside because of the air conditioning. But it was my security blanket. I would, sit it in my lap, cover my lap up, my midsection up with it, or wear it, because it was baggy. And she was right. It was a way for me to hide. So, I, used to look in the mirror, and I used to pick apart everything that I saw. I remember there was a time that a couple girlfriends and I were sitting around the table, and we were talking about what our strengths were and what we thought, what we thought were beautiful in ourselves. And I remember going home and crying because I couldn't think of anything that I thought was beautiful or that I loved about myself. Nothing. The only thing that I thought was I loved about myself, or I didn't even love, but I liked about myself, was the color of my eyes. Not even my eye shape or my eyes, just the color. I at the time, if you look back at pictures, I never wore my hair down. It's kind of like it was today, but usually it was slicked back. I would slick it back, and Matt called it my nun bun. I would have a little wrapped up bun in the top. I didn't even like my hair. And I remember looking at Lily when she was 2 or 3 years old. And she had the most beautiful hair. She had beautiful little ringlets. And I remember looking at her one day and thinking that she would, she looks just like me. She's my little mini me. And I remember thinking, if she grows up hearing me talk about how much I hate myself and how much I hate my hair and I hate this about myself, that how is she going to grow up loving herself? How is she going to grow up and think that she's worth anything if she hears me constantly talking negative about myself? If she's just like me and she constantly hears, you look just like your mom, or you're so much like your mom, and then I'm constantly tearing myself down in front of her, and I don't want her to grow up like that. So I remember I knew that I had to change that. I remember that when I started to be more confident, when I started to make sure that I wasn't these things, and when I was losing weight and I started wearing makeup and I started doing my hair. And I remember my sister looking at me one day, and she was like, you've got confidence. And I can't even say you got your confidence back because you never even had any, but you've got confidence now. And I was like, I do. And I never did before. And, it's taken a long time, but I have learned to love myself. And I love my curly hair, and I love my smile, even though I have crooked teeth. And I love the fact, I'm loud. I have a loud laugh, and a lot of people make fun of me, but my brother always makes fun of me for me. I love my loud laugh. It's mine. And I love the fact, I love hard. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm me, and I love that. So over the next couple days, I'm going to share my top tips on how to become more confident and what the Bible says about confidence. So I hope you guys enjoy, and that I started to listen to you about a week ago, and I love your topics and attitudes. I find myself stopping what I'm doing to listen to you, and wow, thank you so much. That's a huge compliment. And so you guys, thank you. So you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope you tune in for this next week about confidence, and have a good evening, guys. Go enjoy this beautiful weather.